So just before we start this video, I thought I'd better post a quick warning. This game has very small pieces in it, so I took the camera off the tripod and shot everything handheld instead. Those of you who are a bit sensitive to wobbly cameras might not want to watch this video because it is a bit on the shaky side. In which case I suggest you go and watch this nice video of a slightly tired and uncooperative cat instead. For the rest of you, okay, fair warning, here we go. So today I'm playing a game called Disastles, or Disastles. It's a bit of a funny one to pronounce that, and I won't be saying the name very many more times due to that fact. It's a very simple card drafting game for 2 to 5 players, it says on the box. It's actually for 1 to 5 players, there's a solo variant included. And it's all about building giant space castles and surviving various disasters, just like the title suggests. So I've got a game in progress here. This is my tableau. In the middle of my tableau is my throne room, and as you can see I've started building reinforced walls and a medium treasure vault. And the game follows a pretty simple pattern. On your turn you get to draft a card from the shop in the middle of the table, which contains all kinds of interesting things. Let's have an anti-gravity cannon, which you then have to attach to your castle somewhere, following these little connection point icons. Now, wherever there's a connection point on a wall, that's a legitimate place to attach another card. There's no connection point here, so that wouldn't be a legal move, or that wouldn't be a legal move. You don't have to connect. You probably noticed that there's symbols on these connection points. You don't have to connect like symbols to like symbols, but there's a massive advantage if you do that. So I'm going to put my little crescent moon up against that crescent moon there. So why do you want to connect symbols? Well, first of all, connected symbols make a stronger link, which will help you when a disaster befalls your castle. And the other reason is some of these cards have what are called golden links. So for example, this medium vault, it's got a regular link there and a golden link there. Now, as soon as you complete all the golden links on a card, that card's effect comes into play. So this card is now worth 2 victory points if I manage to keep it there until the end of the game. Your throne room, everything on your throne room counts as a wildcard symbol. So if I look at this card here, I've managed to complete that symbol and that symbol and that symbol. So all I've got to do is get a diamond on this side and my reinforced walls will then be activated. So there's quite a big puzzle element to getting exactly the right cards in exactly the right places. And there's some other options as well as drawing cards from the shop. On your turn you could alternatively swap any 2 of your rooms around, which, well, all my rooms are quite nicely positioned at the moment, so I don't really want to do that. Or you can move one of your outer rooms. Now, an outer room is a room that's only connected on by a single connection point. Some cards in the game sort of confer special actions themselves, so that the room with legs, if that's activated, moving the room doesn't require an action. Or sometimes you get rooms that have a special effect when you first manage to link them into your tableau. So that the disco lets you rotate surrounding rooms. Now that's where things start to get a bit crazy, because these cards are clearly rectangularly shaped, but you've got to kind of pretend that they're square shaped. Bit weird, but yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, every turn, everyone gets to pick 1 card from the shop, then everything gets junked and a whole new set of cards come out. Until eventually you draw a disaster. Now this disaster is space bees. Oh no, space bees are attacking. every disaster has an amount of damage connected to it. Now, sometimes you see an X on the disaster card, and that refers to the number of disaster cards that have already been drawn in this game. So at the start of the game, X is 0, so this is going to cause 1 diamond of damage, 1 X of damage, and 1 moon of damage. Sorry, no moons of damage, because X is 0. But obviously that gives a nice escalating effect. So if I drew this space Bs after I've had a couple of other disasters, that would be like 1 diamond, 3 X's, 2 moons, which kind of, you know, it escalates the problems quite nicely. It's quite a tidy little mechanism, that. So what do we do with this damage? Well, we go and we have a look at how damage resistant our current castle is. So it's saying 1 diamond. Now, I do not have any completed diamond segments. So that means I've got to take 1 room's worth of damage, which, bye-bye, room disappears. Which is pretty sad, because I was quite liking that anti-gravity cannon, but never mind. So I look at how much X damage I've got, and we decided that's 1 point of X damage. Now, I do have 2 X links, so I can withstand 2 points of X damage, so that's fine. Nothing happens for the X's. And then moon damage, I don't have any, oh dear me, I don't have any completed moons at all. So I've got to lose another room. Now, you can't lose a room that would break your castle into 2. So you've got to like lose an outer room, so I'm going to have to lose my treasure vault. That's a shame. That was scoring me points. If you do get to a stage where you've lost all your rooms and your throne room is destroyed by a disaster, then that's it, you're out of the game. So there is potential for a little bit of player elimination, but that shouldn't happen too early in the game, and it's a fairly short game anyway. So you basically just keep doing that. You get a bigger and bigger castle, you get stronger and stronger disasters coming along, causing problems for you, and hopefully by the time 6 disasters have come out of the deck, you will have a reasonably good castle standing, not just one rubbishy throne room like I've got there, and you will score points for all the treasure chambers you've managed to activate. And that's pretty much it. So what do I think of it? Well, the draft, the thing at the top, it's a very, very basic draft. It's you know, it's literally a set of 5 cards, and whoever is the start player gets first pick, and that's about it. There's nothing clever and Euro-y and sort of push your luck, or ooh, can I afford to leave that card there for next time, or anything like that, because everything just gets thrown away at the end of each round. So the drafting part of the game is not that exciting, but that said, I don't really care, because the puzzle part of the game, sort of plugging your space castle together in the best possible way and finding interesting ways that these cards combo together, that is really interesting, and I really like that. It is kind of slightly multiplayer solitaire. I mean, you do get card effects like that one that lets you sort of mess around with another player's tableau. But yeah, I mean, if you think of the sort of games that you get in the Universe series, for example, this could quite easily slot into that niche. I mean, it's not a solo, well, it is a solo game. There's a solo version, which I haven't shown here. But this kind of puzzly card play, it's quite good fun. Yeah, I like it. And it is a really pretty game. I mean, if you look at the detail on some of these cards, all the cards have unique art. So there's an unhappy neighbour, and there's sort of some little aliens banging on the roof with a broom, or for some reason all the mercenary cards, the mercenaries just seem to be vacuum cleaning. In fact, it looks like there's some kind of Twin Peaks thing going on with that particular card. I love Twin Peaks, that's such a good show. So the art it's absolutely fantastic. I really like it. It's a shame that it's on these sort of mini Euro cards. I mean, it has to be, because otherwise the tableaus just wouldn't be, they'd be too large to be practical. But the art is really nice. There's a lot I like about this game. I mean, it's light. It's not going to be the main game you play on a night, but as a quick filler, or not so quick filler, I guess. It does take a little while to play, but you know, it's easy to teach. It's hyper portable. It's got a nice small box. Yeah, for a little indie production, this is a decent game. Worth having a look at. And that was Disastles. Oh, two things I should probably add. First of all, I got this for free. It was a review copy. But rest assured that if it sucked, I either wouldn't have reviewed it or I would have told you that it sucked. Not sure which yet, but this game doesn't suck, so don't worry about that. I'll worry about that if I ever get a review copy of a game that does suck. The other thing is I have moved my board gaming videos to their own channel, which now means you can subscribe to that without seeing sort of videos of my cat or gigs that I've been to or whatever rubbish I've got on my real YouTube channel. So yeah, go ahead, fill your boots. And until next time, bye for now.